Final 8 minutes of action about to get underway. A reminder to you to stay tuned for the winning license number in the PCTN Sports Bumper Sticker Contest. Get a look at what has happened in the turnover department. Add another one. Right there is Gary Pressler. Comes up with that one. Kuchmarek. Oh, doesn't go.
That tells the story of part of the ball game. 12-3 on the turnover.
13 now.
13. Plus the three-point plays. You understand why we stand at 69-35.
Final 8 minutes of action. Underneath left, all alone, Carl McMichaels.
Cougars shot 70% in the third quarter, Roger. 10 for 13.
Kuchmarek hammered on that one. He'll go to the stripe for a pair. Carl McMichaels picks up his second personal foul. This has been, from the standpoint of the officials, Joe, a very easy game to work.
Yeah.
Mike Kuchmarek has a nice touch from the stripe.
Most of the Hazleton area players do. I'm sure that there's some shooting drills that must go on because it shows.
Kuchmarek now with 8 points in the ball game. Another Cougar looking for double figures. Shot put up, in and out. That's been the story of the night as Mike McNeely couldn't get that one to stay in. Pressler, baseline.
This is why a game like this is good from a Hazleton area standpoint. This is another thing that they're trying to get Gary Pressler to do instead of just standing still, make your move to the basket. He just did that, and this is what builds confidence. Next time, maybe Friday night, he's going to have to do that, and he'll remember Tuesday night, I did this. So a lot of good things can happen. I'm sure Valley West isn't thrilled about everything.
McNeely. This is where character is developed, Joe.
Yep.
It honestly and truly is. It's where character is developed. Zelahowski.
You got your message.
Off the mark for three on that one. How long has it been since we've had to say that on either end of the floor? For three. Look at this. Back-to-back misses from three-point range. Bobrovsky going to push it up the court. Pressler says, let me try for three. Gary Pressler now with 7 points in the ball game. Well, the way they've been shooting from three-point range, you knew that the odds were with them tonight. Rhett Davis. Bobrovsky. The rebound. He's got Pressler. Pressler to the basket. Nice rejection, it would appear, but then the foul call on Rhett Davis, I believe. Rhett Davis will pick up his first personal foul. Pressler will go to the line here, shooting two.
How about the quickness of Bobrovsky?
And the hustle on the board. He got off of his feet. John D'Agostino's taught me a lot.
Again, you got to play against his first crew every day of practice.
And you know, there's something to be said for that. It really does. Most of the time, when you have to play against the first string that's really good, I mean, you can't help but get better. Here's the winning license number in this week's Sports Bumper Sticker Contest, JVK 067. JVK 067. If that's your license number, give us a call right now, 459-1869. And you have won yourself $50. If you missed it, get a pencil. If you're not sure, get a pencil and a paper, leave it handy. I'll give it to you again in just a little. Here's Pressler. 10 points in the ball game for Gary Pressler.
Second crew is putting on a clinic on how to run the fast break. Doing it like a textbook tells them to.
Steele, Bobrovsky, all by himself. Now challenged. Fouled, it goes. It's going to count, and he's going to the line for one. Dabrowski, first time to the line, and Mike McNeely, great job to catch up with him, but wasn't able to stop John Dabrowski, a 5'8" sophomore. Good look at the youngster. Generose, Kuchmarek, and Kuchmarek adds his name into the double figures column. He now has 10 points in the ball game, 83-39, and the Cougars still on the pace for the century. A C-note.
2.5 minutes.
Krasinski looked across at his dad, and his dad just kind of gave him one of those, just go to the other end of the floor.
I think I hear the bus running. This is torture time, really.
The steal. Krasinski to the basket. Foul, John Dabrowski. And so the 6-foot freshman will get a chance to add to his 12 points. And boy, you have a hard time right now to keep your kids in it and to basically to move them along if you were that man right there, Tom Krasinski.
But he's got to be proud of this young man on the foul. He's
done a great job, and you can tell he's got a bright future in front of him. As he has 14 in the game, he's 2 of 2 from the line. Generose to Pressler for 3. 2-on-1 break for the Spartans. Taking it to the basket, Rhett Davis fouled by Dabrowski. Rhett Davis has 7 points in the ballgame, 1 of 2 from the line here tonight. Yep, Dabrowski left that arm hang out there, and that was the reason for the foul.
I wasn't watching. I was watching Tony Falvello in the ballgame, last member of the crew to get in the ballgame.
Tony Falvello, number 34.
Spent most of his younger days playing football. Opted for the hardwood, so he's seeing JV time, and I think they're looking for him next year to bang the boards. The big boy.
Toby Merrill picked up 2 points on that one. Generose, Covello, Pressler, Zelahowski, and Dabrowski in the lineup. This is Generose. Tried to force that one up from in the paint. And right back will come the Spartans.
That move was called, this is what we worked on, Coach. See, I can do it. And again, you got to give him credit because you can see the drills and they're working on the drop step with the big guys, especially HAHS in it, and the other big guys are going to show that they can make that move also.
We approach the 3-minute and 30-second mark. Dabrowski, ouch. Yeah, that's where you can come down and you can get hurt. One thing about these floors, they're known as the hardwoods, and boy, they are when you come down like that. Really, very easy to get hurt.
After the flood, Wilkes-Barre Myers and King's College went to that tartan turf. That was harder than the hardwood. The kids hated to play on that tartan surface. Plus, doing a game, the sneakers didn't squeak, and it just didn't seem like it was a true basketball game. You know, the noise.
You got to have that. It adds to it. Dabrowski good with the first one, and now a lane violation on the second one.
Why not? We've seen just about everything.
16 points for the C-note. Can they get it? We'll see. 3 minutes, 24 seconds, and counting.
Good defense in general.
Mike HAHS. Pressler can't find the handle, goes out of bounds. Well, in the event you missed me, here's the winning license number again. for this week in the PCTN Sports Bumper Sticker Contest, JVK067. If that's your number, give us a call at 459-1869. You just won $50. Dabrowski will be called for the carry. Right idea, just unable to execute.
Tried to shift the feet so he could get the right foot to let the layup in, and a little tangled up there.
Can the Cougars get 16 points in the final 3 minutes and set a school record 100 points? Off the mark, follow up again. And a nice effort on the part of Carl McMichaels. His 6th point in the ball game. Dabrowski. Zelahoski. Pressler to the hoop, drops it back off to Falvello. Generos to the basket. Generos to follow up.
Crowd favorite.
Gary Generos, the 6'2 senior. And so, 2 minutes, 8 seconds remaining. It's 86-46. And again, now it comes down to, can the Cougars get 14 points in 2 minutes? That's a tough order.
Surprised as to why Valley West would call a timeout. I thought maybe he's going to put some of his bench in, but it doesn't appear that way.
I think basically what he wants to say is, look, guys, we're playing for pride.
Yep.
Let's shut them down right here. Let's not give them anything more than this, and let's not give up on this thing. We want to come out of here at least with our heads held high and in the air. I don't know that I can remember being on the short end of the stick by as many as 40 points, but certainly I remember getting the tar beat out of us on occasion, as it happens to just about everybody at one point in your career or not. But it's tough, and as a coach, you want guys to suck it up sometimes. Tonight's game has been brought to you by these fine participating sponsors. By the Inner-Friendly Persuasion. By the Frank DeAndrea Insurance Agency. By Hazleton St. Joseph Medical Center. By Amco Transmissions. By Fairway Chevrolet. And to deliver new customers to your place of business, you give us a call at 459-1869. It's PCTN Ad Sales. As we go back to live action, the shot by Paczynski was off the mark. And here come the Cougars. Zelahoski can't force it up from behind the basket. Pressler steals it. Gets it again and goes left-handed. Pressler wants a spot in this lineup,
Yes,
Joe.
Pretty tough to keep him out of it, but when you look at the starting lineup, where's he going to break in? When they face the zone, they bring him in because he can shoot the ball. He's a fine player.
From the top of the key, this one buried by HAHS.
But give him credit, he could have gone elsewhere and probably started, but he is content to stay here in this fine program. He will get his day.
Dabrowski, that was a nice feed from Zelahoski, and Dabrowski
Off the glass.
5 points in the ball game for the sophomore, John Dabrowski. Under a minute, 90 to 48. Does not look like the Cougars are going to make the 100 mark. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe not.
Somebody stopped and then continued to the basket.
Zelahoski the steal. He's got Pressler underneath. He finds him. Pressler stopped by the freshman. Got to be impressed with Tom Paczynski.
Yep.
6-foot freshman. He'll be a kid that will be heard from much around the league over the course of the next 3 years. Probably before the end of this season in many cases. Bill Downey can smile. He says, man, we breezed through this one without a hitch.
Maybe not even have to take a shower today.
They kick it across. Inside. Generos couldn't get it to go. Zelahoski. And right now, the only thing to be determined, the final score, 90-48. Shot put up by Chris Perugino. Pressler for 3 as the horn about to sound. This one is history. Put it in the book. 90-50. Hazleton Aries seniors. We thoroughly enjoyed them. We know you have too, and we're going to be back.